Coach, I want to ask you about Coach Triano first and foremost. I saw a picture of him dressed as Manny the Mannequin. Does Coach Triano keep it light for you guys?
He's the best. I think he makes his point very clear, and he's funny. He does it in a great way, and that's why it's great to have an experienced guy like he is, former head coach, he was a great player, so just amazing to have him around.
And it's important to have not just a coach. I'm sure there are guys. Malik Monk seems like the guy on the roster who can keep things light and keep things fun over the course of an 82-game season.
For sure, like enjoying each other, enjoying every day and every week of this regular season. Because like you said, 82 games, they keep coming. It's not always easy. Wins and losses make it very emotional. And I think like getting along and also just putting the effort to get together and spending time together is the key.
Coach Jordi Fernandez is with us here, Cattles and Rami, Sactown Sports. Let's talk about Wednesday night, Coach. What didn't go right for you guys in that final 90 seconds that cost you the game?
Multiple mistakes. We didn't execute our defense when we gave up an N1 to Trae Young on the switch. Then after that, missed a couple of free throws. Another bad defensive possession where we didn't cover the side of bounce the right way after we won the challenge, and finally a turnover. So everything that could go wrong went wrong. I think it's a great opportunity for us to learn and move on, and I think that was the message. We're not happy with it, but me personally, the rest of the staff, is if we learn and then next time we're better, I think that's how it's supposed to be. It's how we take it, and we've also won some close games, so sometimes you got to give and take.
Yeah, and after the game, Davion Mitchell said that this team is in the process of learning how to win games. Can you put a timeline on what that process is, or is it one of those things that you're sort of always learning in the NBA, almost no matter what level you get to?
Yeah, I think you're always learning. The more connected you are and the more experience you have, I think you're capable to win close games at a higher level. I think that's what I experienced in Cleveland and then in Denver. But definitely this team, I think we've won a lot of close games. We have guys that can finish, they can take us home, and definitely all the effort that these guys put together also it helped us to be successful. So I think we've done a good job. The guys have been amazing. It's just like experiences like this just put you in perspective and let you know how much more you can grow and learn.
Associate head coach Jordi Fernandez is with us on the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Defensively, coach, you mentioned this against the Hawks, especially, later on, you missed a defensive assignment against Trae Young. The Hawks shot 53.6% from the field. Was that more about the Hawks having a good night, or was that about you guys not necessarily having the best night on that end of the floor?
Yeah, I think our defense was below average for sure. Defending the three-point line, and especially in the last two games, and overall lately it's been a lot better. That's a big part of what the NBA, what all the teams are trying to do with the threes. But definitely we have to be better at containing the ball, putting pressure on the ball, and this way we're going to be able to defend our paint better. We're not very efficient at defending, what's pretty much more important. Most important thing is the rim and the paint, and we just got to take pride about doing that and be better. At some point we were 16 in the NBA, but right now we dropped again. So we know that's not good enough, and it's not just not good enough right now because we're in a playoff spot. It's just not good moving forward. If we want to be the team that we want to be, competitive in the off season, we have to be better. So, that's been the message, and we're going to keep working until we're better.
And with the halfway point approaching, I think 2 games away from the halfway point of the season, Is that at the top of the list of things that you guys feel you need to improve on to make the push you're hoping to make in the back half of the schedule, is protecting the paint? And what else might be near the top of that list?
It's growth in general, and growing together. That's a process that you cannot skip steps. Obviously, the makeup of our roster, it is what it is. We are a little smaller right now, but we've proven that we can be great on both ends. We just need to be disciplined with a game plan, keep our chest in front of the ball, cover for one another, and I think our guys are more than capable of playing fast, shooting really good threes, sharing the basketball, and then defending on a high level. So if we can put those things together consistently, we'll just be really good.
Jordi Fernandez with us here, Cattles and Rami, Sactown Sports on a Friday. You just mentioned, Coach, about you're a little small right now. And the backup center position behind Domas has been a juggling act for you guys. How can you get more from that spot with the guys you have on the roster currently?
I think the guys we have are the answer. I think that backing up Domas is a very important position. And the guys at times, Mezzi had a really good stretch. Rich had a good stretch. When Alex had the opportunity to play, when Domas was out, he was great. Mimi had one really good game where he was a part of a big win against the Lakers. So I think that keeping competition in the roster, but also those guys, never being comfortable, I think it's important. And we're going to keep, handling the right way, handling where, guys have opportunities, and that's going to be what's best for the team. So coach has been really good with the message, and the guys have responded.
You brought up Domas, and now playing with that hand injury, how impressed have you been with still how productive he's been with that injury? And what kind of message or example does that set for the rest of the roster when one of your top two guys is grinding through an injury like that and playing through it?
I think, the NBA is a long season. There's a lot of games. There's always bumps and bruises, right? So the message is, if that guy is playing with a fractured bone or a fracture in his hand, I don't know specifically what it is, and doing whatever he can for the team and the benefit of the team, I think that sets the tone for everybody else. Obviously, health is the number one thing. But like I said before, in the NBA, you play with bumps and bruises, and that just sets the tone for everybody else and brings more togetherness. So I think that Domas is a warrior. He's a great leader, and he's an unbelievable player.
Jordi Fernandez with us, associate head coach of the Kings. Just a few more for you, Coach. And again, we thank you for your time. Keegan had 2 shots on Wednesday night after the first quarter against Atlanta, Coach. Does he need more touches? And how tough is it to actually accomplish that when you have guys, so many options beyond Domas and Fox?
I don't think that's necessarily the answer of him needing more touches. I think he can have them because the type of offense that we run for the most part is an equal opportunity offense where the ball moves and players are multi-positional. So it's also based on how, if he spaces the floor well, if he runs the floor, if he cuts with purpose. So sometimes, you're going to get more or less shots, but you're always involved in the kind of offense that Coach Brown is running. So it's also part of his growth. We need him to be ready to shoot, to space the floor well. And so far, we've been very, very happy with him and the way he's progressing.
Is somebody challenging you to a race right now, Coach? What's that engine revving in the background?
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the neighborhood here, and somebody is driving a really, really loud car.
It's all good, Coach.
No worries at all.
It sounds faster than what it
is. Coach, I want to ask you one non-basketball thing before we let you go. Since the last time we talked, I think it's been a couple of weeks. You had a big birthday. You hit the big 4-0. Anything change? You wake up with any aches or pains on your 40th birthday that you didn't have when you were 39?
No, I think I was very happy to, get into the 4-0. I think that things just get better. Like you have more experiences. You get to see. At least in my 40th, I was with my kids and my wife, so it was a great day. I had the chance also to play against my old team, the Denver Nuggets, and see some familiar faces, and we got one of those 2 wins. So I was very happy to turn 40 and do it the way we did.
Coach, we always enjoy having you on. Can't wait to have you on the next time. We appreciate you and have a great weekend.
Thanks for having me. You guys have a good weekend as well.
All right, Jordi Fernandez, associate head coach in the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Wasn't sure if he was at the SPCA when that call started. A lot of dogs behind him, and then we had the drag race behind him. I didn't know what was going on.
That sounded like a straight-up drag car, dude.
It's a busy neighborhood.
Yeah. Where does he live?
If I did an interview in my neighborhood, there'd be crickets behind me.
Where does he live?
He had a circus behind him.
That was insane.
I don't know. There's a lot happening, though.
That was literally like he had a sound effects expert in the back who was just throwing stuff at the wall. Here's my dog bark effect.
Prahlad wanted us. I didn't get to see this until now. He wanted us to ask the coach what kind of dog he has. A loud one.
Now I'm not even sure it was his dog.
I know. If it was his dog, it was a loud dog. It's a very active dog.
I don't know what kind of car he has. What was that thing?
That was funny when he said it sounds faster than it really is.